other lady on here.
Oh my, that's right.
Like, I'm constantly...
Once again, I'm wearing my pink shirt with the ladies again.
You really are. You had it on for Britt Graham's and Heather's episode.
I did. I feel like I wore the exact same outfit. No,
you were
but
wearing it in the last one.
we just make the joke that like I wear pink apparently when we have girls on.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Subconsciously.
Am I supposed to be echoing in here?
Are you echoing?
A little bit.
Well, sit a little bit closer.
Closer?
Yeah.
How close? Ah.
What's that laugh? Why'd you laugh like that? Were you Hudson?
That's my laugh.
That's your Hudson laugh?
It has different levels of, it's like A-E-I-O-U, but it's
Those are vowel sounds.
I thought you just tooted, but it was the sound of your chair. I literally thought you just tooted. I thought you laughed and went...
She would have owned that.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been so funny.
I'm like, what's that smell?
Is that coffee you got? What are you drinking, by the way? What did you get?
I don't think I should say because Five Forks formula.
Oh,
you know?
You should definitely say. I want cheers.
It's always a caramel latte.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Always. Well, actually, no. I take that back. I've actually gotten into honey lattes lately, but this is not a honey latte.
Honey lattes.
What's so good about a honey latte? That's me genuinely asking.
Well, it's less bad for you, but it's still sweet.
Yeah. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like sweet coffee.
Right.
So
I'm on my cord.
But lavender lattes, no, that is trash. Throw that away.
Why would you get lavender?
I don't want things burning going down my throat, especially when I'm trying to enjoy it. Ugh,
I can't say anything. I'll get lavender in mine sometimes.
No.
Josh can make really good lattes. I will never forget.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah. I hardly ever buy lattes because I'm like, why am I paying $8 for this trash? Like, he can make them so much better.
He seems to be just like an all-around amazing person.
He can do everything.
He can do everything.
Yeah. He can.
And true, like, give you the shirt off his back type guy.
Well, he does take his shirt off a lot. So, I mean, how many pictures have we had of Josh without his shirt or videos of him online?
I mean, do you have one with his shirt on? Like, that's a better question.
That's true. That's weirder if, like, Josh, hold on, I need a picture of you with your shirt.
It was winter.
No, he'd still take it off.
Probably.
I will never forget the time.
That he took off his shirt.
Oh my gosh.
It's just like, how was that segue?
You, Joel. No, I'm still thinking about coffee.
We didn't know.
I know what you're going to say.
I'll never forget the time. I think that we were doing an in-house comp.
No, it was Fittest.
Was it Fittest?
It was Fittest.
Oh, yes, it was.
So hot.
It was so hot. I was trying to take like a bunch of pictures.
Yeah.
And
you had Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
She was a baby.
Yep. I was literally nursing her. Mm-hmm. Like, I would take like an hour or so worth of pictures, and then I would like go into the coach's office and like nurse her, and then go back out there and take more pictures. And it was very hot, and it was a lot of hard work. It was fun, but it was a lot. Anyways, you were so kind. You were like, "Do you want Josh to make you a latte?" And I literally think I might have cried, just because of the sheer kindness and how good that latte was.
Well, and it was a cold latte, too, so it just hit different on that
good.
day. I mean, was it June?
Yeah, I think so.
It was so hot.
It was so hot. And there was like 10,000.
Can you make us coffee? I now want this famous Josh latte.
Yeah.
There was like 10,000 billion trillion people here, and it was 100,000 degrees.
That's an exaggeration.
And
it might not have been, actually.
I mean...
There was a lot.
It was a lot of people.
Ask the neighbors. They'll tell
me. That's true. That's true. Well, I'll just probably look back at Google reviews around the time and see. Then I'll know.
Yeah. Ask the storage place why they won't let us park there anymore.
Did you guys used to park there?
For that one event, and I don't think it'll ever happen again.
Ooh.
Yeah, we hosted Fittest in South Carolina a couple of years, and it was parking. It was rough.
Well, that was also back before we even had the additional parking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, all of that was nothing but mud.
But it was the vendor village.
It was the vendor, and it was also being used as the vendor village. The whole parking lot was being used as the vendor village. Mm-hmm. So we had to park. There's people like parked along the side of the road. Some people parked at Publix. Some people parked at Bell's Crossing. Some at Astro Kennels. Some at the junkyard right down the street. And then the storage place was trying to be nice and allow people to park in there, and then quickly regretted their decision.
Was it just because of too many cars?
Well, sometimes people need to get into storage units on Saturdays.
And they couldn't.
And there are cars in front of their storage units.
Yeah. So I think we got about 1,100 calls that day.
Wow.
Come move your car.
It was bad.
So it was just chaos. But that latte was just...
Back to the latte.
The highlight of the day. I mean, it really was. Just the sheer kindness and the thought of doing it in the first place. And then I tasted it.
You are so kind.
No, it was my husband.
Well,
I'm not taking it.
But you are kind.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
there has
You
been
told me 2 days ago I was mean.
You know, that's true. You were kind in the beginning when I first met you, and then now you just called me dramatic.
Every
She was.
day.
I first started
Because
here.
it's
She was the first
true.
person I shadowed. Actually, no, wait, you're not nice. The first person
I was going to say,
shadowed,
I was
she
extremely
was so mad.
pregnant.
She was
So
extremely pregnant.
pregnant.
Did you shadow her for
Yes,
that? That was
and
your
she
first time?
hated my
And
music
he
choice.
bombed the music. It was horrible music, and the whole gym was shaking. And it's 5 a.m. And I was like,
She's like, Joel,
And you
yes.
know what? And you know
What
what?
is
And
going
now
on?
EDM is a big part of this gym. You're
not
welcome.
when I'm working out.
No, but at first came in, I was like, this music is terrible because it was just like
Well, everything
clean
on
rap.
Fit Radio is terrible.
Right. So I was like, can we get
Everything.
something else? And then but
Change it up a little.
and now she calls me dramatic every workout.
Well, when you pick up a barbell and drop it and scream every time, it's a little bit dramatic.
It's not grunting either. It's screaming.
No, it's screaming.
I don't go. I'm not
No,
manly
it's like,
about it. Like,
Yeah, what she said. What she said.
yeah.
I was too afraid to do that too close to
Yeah.
this
Yeah, I've
thing.
learned you have to do it really far away because twice upon a time I've done it right in the microphone
And nearly
it's
killed
like
us.
peaked the microphone. It's like made it mute. Like,
Drama.
Sorry. Anyway,
well, I feel like we've already kind of started. This is great. I'm loving it. But let me officially introduce Lindsey Gallant, coach, mom, wife, friend. Love you, girl. Super thankful for you. Glad to have you on this podcast, and it's going to be a fun time.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, I'm glad that you came on. So let's rewind a little bit. Put our finger on the rewind button, and I'm showing my age.
the cassette.
Like, the youngsters are like, "What's a rewind?
What's a rewind button? I just take my finger and I do this.
Swipe.
Swipe." Let's back it up a little bit and chat about where you're originally from. Chat about family, what brought you to Greenville, all the things.
I'm from, I say Atlanta, but it's like North Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like Marietta?
Yes, actually. I'm from Marietta.
Wow.
Dang.
Yes, I am from Marietta,
Joel did his
Georgia.
research.
I have 6 older sisters.
Wow.
Lots of nieces and nephews, brothers-in-law, and then I'm married to Josh and have a 1-year-old. So that's me.
Are
That's
you
my
the
fam.
youngest?
I am.
And you're that mean.
That's why I told you.
She had to
I
stand
can
up for
sniff out
herself.
drama because I've seen it.
That's true. That's true. I'm
A
the
lot
youngest
of
too.
it.
I thought we would be commiserators, but apparently no.
Yeah, what was, I can't even imagine.
6
because-
sisters, so 7 girls.
Yeah.
Oy.
Dear Lord.
And
What
a
was-
girl dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
couldn't even get a
male
female
dog. I actually did get one when I was in high school, and he was so mean and bad. I was like, this is why we don't get male dogs. Like, he was such a bad dog.
Oh no.
Which I did move away like a year after getting him, so like he wasn't trained. So I mean, you know,
That's
but
part of it.
That's part of it.
What was life like having that many sisters, that many siblings in general, but that all girls?
Well, I don't know anything else, so
Yeah.
like it was
How
normal.
old's your oldest?
So she's 15 years older than me.
Okay, so there's that's a
There's
big gap.
pretty
Yeah.
big age gap, yeah, between me and the oldest. So she got married. I was a junior bridesmaid in her wedding when I was 8. So
Wow.
like,
Yeah.
I don't really remember when all of us were home.
Yeah.
I remember like four of us being home,
Yeah.
and I was entering teenage years, so there was a lot of drama, a lot of
Oh, yeah.
hormones, a lot of estrogen.
Yeah.
So I remember the fights, the cat fights. It was mostly the 3 youngest, like the 2 above me and me, that would kind of like all be at each other's throats because
No,
we're the closest
you?
in age. Oh yeah. I was a biter. Like I had to stick up for myself in some way. Like I would just bite.
Do you and Josh ever get in fights? And he's like, hold on.
No,
No.
that'd be really weird. Really weird.
It's like, man, don't get her angry. She just has to bite. Dang. Sorry, keep
But
going.
yeah, no, I don't really remember all of us being home. But when we're all like either on family vacation, it's very rare for all of us to be there.
Yeah.
But like holidays, family vacation, it's always just fun. I mean, there's
Yeah.
always, if we're on vacation together, there's always some drama that someone gets mad at somebody for something, and there's usually like a silent treatment going on between somebody. But the more males we add to the family, it kind of helps balance out.
Yes.
And most of the grandkids are boys at this point too. So
Good.
the boys actually are starting to outnumber the girls.
That's crazy.
At this point, yeah.
So what brought you towards Greenville?
College.
Yeah.
So moved here for college. Said I would never stay because I hated it.
Where'd you go to college?
Bob Jones.
Oh, that's why you said you'd never stay. That's why.
Yeah. So like I was trying to get out of Greenville every chance I could get. I would fly 98 miles per hour down 85 back to Atlanta like every weekend that I could get away. And yeah,
what made
I made
you want to go
that.
to Bob Jones?
Well, scholarships, because both
Yeah.
my parents went there. My dad was in ministry, so there were a lot of scholarships available.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't actually want to go there. That's a whole other story in and of itself. But I ended up there.
Yeah.
And the Lord works things together for good.
That's right.
So I stayed there.
Wow.
Finished it, even though after freshman year I was like, absolutely not. I'm not going
So
back.
you finished all. You were like, you still stuck it out.
I did it. I
Wow.
did it.
And we were chatting about this earlier, but you majored in,
Exercise science.
which is
Yeah.
fitting.
So why that?
Well, how long of a story should I tell here?
As long as you want.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay,
You
so
just say it.
I actually, my whole growing up life of like, since I can remember, I thought God was calling me to be a missionary in Germany. So my dad
Very
has
specific.
Yeah.
has German roots.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's
Yeah.
where it's from.
Just looked at the
His
map.
mom is somehow, she has some kind of German lineage. I don't know. But my whole life I was just interested in that. So when I was done with high school, I was like, I don't know what I want to do, and I don't want to waste money on going to college.
Yeah.
So I took 2 years off, and in that 2 years, I took a trip to Germany for a whole summer
Wow.
to like
Wow.
stay with a whole bunch of different missionaries to just kind of like, I was all over the country.
Yeah.
And because I didn't want to just stay in one spot, I wanted to see a lot of it. And the crazy thing about that was everyone I stayed with was American and extremely overweight and very unhealthy.
Ooh.
And I saw how that hindered their ministry.
Yeah.
Like there were several like Bible studies we were supposed to go to or just outreach trips that got canceled because of a health problem that the missionary had.
Oh,
and it was
wow.
like due to obesity.
Yeah.
So while I was there, I was like, man, this is awful.
Yeah.
Like we Americans are setting such a bad
Example.
precedent
Yeah,
over
it's true.
here,
Yeah.
you know, across the seas. So while I was there, it was also a very miserable trip because I was supposed to go with 5 other college students, ended up being the only one.
Oh.
So
no.
I spoke no German.
Yeah.
Can you speak German now?
No, I picked up a lot while I was there, but
And then it's
yeah,
yeah.
like when you use it every day,
Yeah.
you,
Right, yeah.
you have to. But I remember a few things, but not much. Anyways, I couldn't understand the language. It was kind of like, it was almost like being deaf because you're
Really?
like, there's tons of people around speaking, but you
Yeah.
have
can't understand.
no
yeah.
idea
Yeah.
what they're saying.
Yeah.
So I remember getting back in the States. I mean, the guy sitting next to me was Italian on the plane ride back. So
Hey.
I didn't even couldn't even speak to him. So I get back and I remember in the airport, like my ears were like freaking out because I was like, I understand what people are saying all around me. Like it was super weird. So anyway, I like prayed about it and actually changed my major because I was going to college that fall and I was going for ministry. And I was like, I'm not going for ministry. I'm going to go for exercise
Wow.
science
Yeah.
because people are so unhealthy. Like
Yeah.
we're not even taking care of the bodies God's giving us. So
Yeah.
I want to approach it from that standpoint of
Yeah.
like helping people get healthy to fulfill the callings that God has in their life.
Which
So-
is its own ministry in a way.
right.
Ooh, yeah.
So
Love it. Sorry. Keep going. Snaps. Couldn't help it.
So yeah, that's how I got into exercise science.
Wow.
That's the story.
So where did Josh come into play and the story of the
Did you meet him at Bob
Gallants?
Jones?
I did.
I
did.
Did you guys break the campus law and kiss at some point?
I mean, yeah.
You did.
There was a lot of campus laws that I broke, but the thing was, you can't be popular. Like the popular kids are the ones that people have their eyes on. If you're
you
not
just lay
popular and you're
low.
not friends with anybody who's popular,
Yeah.
you can get away with stuff.
How do you?
Yeah.
How are you Sorry, that sounded very condescending.
You have to be.
How
an
are
athlete.
you popular? Okay,
You have to be an athlete.
I didn't mean to make it sound like you're
At Bob
a
Jones,
loser.
At Bob Jones, yeah.
but like,
No.
Yeah.
If you're on, especially the soccer team, like soccer is like, I hate soccer. Anyways,
and
but
we just
you have to
talked
be
with
on the soccer
Jonathan, and he
team.
loves soccer. Why don't you like soccer?
Let me watch paint dry instead. Like, no, thank you.
I feel that way about baseball, but man,
I love baseball.
I
You like baseball more than soccer.
I grew up on baseball.
Yeah,
Atlanta Braves.
Atlanta Braves.
We were at a baseball game at least like once every
That's
week.
fair.
The
That's
World
fair.
Series is on right now, and we were watching it last night with Tyler in South Carolina. It's like a team mostly from Irma. Where's it?
You mean the Little League World Series?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, if they win the game that they play tonight, they go to like
The championship.
Yeah,
Oh.
which is really cool.
I haven't followed it in
A long time.
Yeah.
Well, she's talking about Little League either, so like you don't have to worry about it.
Well, I was like, World Series, it's only August.
I know,
Like, the
that's
World Series cannot be on
I
yet.
know. I saw the face and I had to say like it's Little
I was
League.
like, wait, what?
Tyler's super into all the sports, but he's really into
Okay.
baseball, football. But he really enjoys watching baseball, and so he was like, I didn't even know what was going on, and he was playing something on his phone, and I was kind of getting annoyed because it was like bath time, dinner time, all the things, and something's just blaring
Chaos
on his
time.
phone, and I'm like, babe, what are you watching right now? And he was like, the Little League World Series, and I was like, okay, well, let's pause it, get the girls in
So
bed,
funny.
and then we can watch it
I love
downstairs.
like the last episode you're talking about like, yeah, we just like, I love doing stuff with Tyler. And then this
Well,
one,
no,
you're
you
like,
didn't-
he's
I
on
said-
his phone. Get off your phone.
I didn't, dang.
Sorry.
I'm
I
telling
don't-
you, drama.
So
So dramatic.
So we were.
I'm attacked.
No, I said just pause it and we'll watch it together
I'm just
downstairs.
giving
So
you
we
flack.
watched it on the TV.
So you met
downstairs.
Josh at Bob Jones.
I did. We were set up.
Okay, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
My sister and her.
Which
she's
one?
The one right above me.
Okay.
We're the closest.
Sorry,
She
there's,
lives, like,
there's,
around
She
here.
lives
there's
in
six,
Travelers
so
Rest.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
I'm helping the viewers.
Thanks. So she and her at the time boyfriend, now husband, were dating, and she was like, "We gotta set Lindsay up with somebody." And so Josh was coming in as a freshman. I was a junior, so that's another thing. But
Oh.
her boyfriend at the time had gone to church with Josh his whole life, and so he's like, "Hey, my buddy Josh is going to college this fall." And I actually knew Josh's older brother. We were in classes together. We were both exercise science majors. I didn't even know he had a brother. But my sister was like, "Hey, do you know this guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's in my class. Why?" She's like, "He has a little brother. You should meet him." I'm like, okay, like,
Yeah.
what am I supposed to do about that?
Yeah.
So anyway, she was like, keep your eye open for him. And I think it was like, so school started in August, I think. And he introduced himself to me in September. So I like knew who he was. I'd seen him around. But if you ask him, he'll be like, I could never find you. And I'm like, yeah, because if I wasn't in class, I was not on campus.
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause
I
you didn't
tried
wanna
to
be there.
stay
Yeah,
off
yeah.
campus as much as possible. So he's like, well, I could never even find you. So one night we're like, me and my friends are studying, and I see him walk in, and I kind of just like saw him, didn't really think anything of it. Then he like was gone for a while, came back, introduced himself, and then I was trying to think about this earlier today. I can't remember the exact timeline, but I think we went out to lunch and like talked for like 2 hours. And if you know Josh, he's a man of few words.
He's very few
So
words.
that 2 hours, I was like, man, like he's not really talking to me. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know if he's like
Interesting.
not
Wow.
having a good
Yeah.
time or whatever. So there's this thing at Bob Jones called Artist Series. I don't know how familiar you both
I
are
am.
with Bob Jones, but it's like, it's either like a play or a concert or something. And we were required to go to them. Like, we had to go to them. I hated them because it was just like a waste of time. We're sitting and I could be doing homework or working or something else. Like, I could be doing something much better with my time. So the big thing was like to ask someone to Artist Series with you. So it was like, do you have a date for Artist Series? People who aren't familiar with Bob Jones are gonna be like, what is she talking about? This is ridiculous.
I'm loving every second. Do you have a
But
date?
do you have a date for Artist Series? And so I had gone on a few dates before. They were all horrible. And I was like, I do not want to go because they're long. They're
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 hours long too.
Oh.
So when you're with a date, like you're stuck for like 3 to 4 hours.
Heaven forbid they're insufferable.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
had been on a few and I was like, I just don't want to do this. It's more fun to go with your friends and you
Yeah.
just like pass candy down the aisle the whole time
Right,
and just
right.
cut up. You know, it's way more fun. So I was like, I guess I'll go with him. But like, I don't know if this is going to be
So
fun or
funny.
not. We ended up having a good time, and then he ghosted me until February. That was
Gosh,
October.
what?
And he ghosted me. Like, he didn't, like,
Why?
he had my number. He didn't talk to me, and I was like, talk to my sister, and I was like,
Wow.
what's the deal? Like, what happened? And she's like, I don't know. And her husband's name is Abe. And she's like, Abe talked to him. And he's like, yeah, I had a good time. But again, if you know Josh, like he's man a few words. So he's just going to be like, yeah, it was good. You know, he's not going to go into detail at all.
Right.
So over Christmas break, he was like kind of Snapchatting me a little bit, you know, and it was just kind of like casual conversation. And then again, like nothing. We went back to school in January. Saw him here and there, didn't talk to him. Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't have time for this. Like, I'm just going to move on. Yeah. Like, whatever. So then he asked me to another artist series in February. And then after that one, we actually started like hanging out off campus, which was like key because there's way too many eyeballs on campus. There's way too much like gossip. There's too many rules. So we started going on like double dates with our friends, and his brother was dating someone on campus at the time too. So we went on double dates with his brother and his girlfriend. So we started dating in April, got engaged in June, got married in October.
Wow. So, awesome. Wait, how long you guys been married?
Coming up on 6 years.
Wow. Congrats.
Yeah. Thanks.
And you have a little boy.
We do. Yep.
Yeah. And you guys got married just a couple months after you started here, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I started here the first day that we were at this gym.
At this location.
And then got married, that fall.
So so I know some of these things, but for Jill and for our listeners.
Why are you saying it like that? Oh my goodness.
Because she's a key reason why I got a job here.
Oh, were you her reference?
So tell us about how you came to the gym. Tell us about what brought you here, all the things.
Okay, so I was working / interning at another gym in downtown Greenville because it was closer to my school. Yep. So I moved out here and was still commuting back to that gym. And at the time, 385 wasn't as bad as it is now.
Oh, it's terrible.
So it really wasn't that big of a deal, but they wanted me opening, and I had to be there at 5.
Yep.
It was right off the Swan Private Trail, so there was a lot of homeless people waiting in front of the doors, and it was just a little sketch.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just really don't love like getting up at 4 to drive all the way down to downtown Greenville. So I was starting to look for different CrossFit jobs, and I was about to graduate college. So I was like, I want something full-time. The other gym didn't have anything full-time available. So I sent a Facebook message of all things to the gym and was like, hey, I'm about to graduate from college with exercise science degree. Do you have any full-time openings? And Jonathan messaged me back and was like, yeah, actually one of our full-time employees is about to have a baby. Ashley.
Yeah. So I was pregnant with Addie.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to need someone to take her spot. And so this is another funny thing. I had just gotten wisdom teeth surgery, and I came in to interview.
You look like a chipmunk.
No, I was on so many pain medicines.
Oh, so you were just
I had no brain. Like, it was mush. So
have you ever trained people? Yeah, like I love trains.
Honestly, like people ask me. So it was at the old location that I had my interview with Jonathan. I don't remember any of it.
That's so funny.
None. Brittany, in my head, I met Brittany that day, and in my head, she had chin length brown hair. And if you know Brittany, she has never had chin length brown hair. But in my brain, that's what she looked like. Yeah. But like I don't remember anything about that interview. So either Jonathan was desperate to get a coach in here, or I was able to string some intelligence together at some point.
Yeah, we didn't have very many part-time coaches or full-time coaches. It was I had started, and then Caleb came along, and it was pretty much like us two, him and Brett, and then there was very limited part-time coaches. Yeah.
Reba.
And we had more classes. Well, not with hybrid, but we had more classes, CrossFit classes.
Oh, really?
Classes. Yeah. In the evenings.
So
yeah. So anyways, got the job somehow. And then Jonathan was like, well, you have to do a certain amount of shadowing before you can get paid. I'm about to get married. Like, I'm broke. I'm like, I got to get paid. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to crank out these hours.
That's so funny.
So he's like, we just moved locations over the weekend. So if you're going to come, I didn't have to tell him when I was coming to shadow. He's like, if you're going to come shadow, come to the new building. Right. I'd never been over here before, ever. I pull up on Monday morning at 5:15 a.m. The gym is dark, minus like 1 or 2 spotlights. There's no doors, and Jonathan's like wrapping up a hammock, and I'm like, what have I done? I was like,
that's right, because
I was like, this place is so sketch. I was like, what is going on? And so then he like explained to me, like, we don't have occupancy of half the building, like we don't have lights, we don't have electricity.
If you need a reference, watch episode 10.
Yes,
you'll get pictures and everything.
And I'm like, wow, it smells like gas in here. How are people generating out? Because the generators were like, you know, like super loud. Anyways, it was really dark for a while, and he would play this game with me where he'd like point at someone and be like, what's their name? Because he wanted me to learn everyone's name like immediately. And I'm like, I'm like trying to see them. I can't even see their face. So yeah, that's how I started here at the gym, and I cranked out those hours and then came on full time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ashley was like so sweet. She's like extremely pregnant. It is so hot.
I have preeclampsia.
There's no fans.
My feet are this big.
People complain about it being hot in here, and yes, it is. But like, there's no fans. There's no air moving.
Yeah.
There's no doors. There's no AC.
Gosh,
and Ashley's in here like, she's like, sometimes I have to sit down while I'm coaching because my feet will just swell up so big. And I'm like, girl, you sit down.
That was a great act. That was a great impression. That was good. That was really good.
We had one of those ab balls, you know what I'm talking about?
Yoga balls.
And the yoga balls. And like I mentioned before, I had preeclampsia with Addie's, and my feet were like huge. I wasn't even supposed to be really on my
your feet
at
as much,
all.
yeah.
I wasn't supposed to be working.
And she coached in sandals.
Yeah, I coached in sandals, and I had to sit on the bounce ball because I was coaching like that's when we had the 7 o'clock still, and I would coach like 4, 5, 6, and 7 back to back.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
In the midsummer, mid-heat, no air.
It was July.
9 months pregnant.
Wow.
So like by about 7:30, I'd get that yoga ball out and start bouncing.
You're like, Lord help me. Lord help me get this baby out.
Oh man. So anyways, yeah. You worked full-time here for a few years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then got pregnant. Mm-hmm. Talk about your pregnancy. Talk about Callan and that whole experience.
Yeah. So
what's his middle name?
Daniel.
Callan Daniel.
That's so cute.
I love that so much.
Yeah. Had a pretty rough pregnancy, as you're familiar with. And I was pretty sick like the entire time. So there were several mornings. I was still coaching Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 5:30, 6:30, plus a bunch of other classes. But I was here early, like 3 days a week. 4, because I was doing Tuesday or Thursdays too. Anyways, there were several mornings I had to run to the bathroom many times during class because morning sickness hit hard. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't drink coffee because it made me really sick. Yep. And it's really early in the morning. So when you met me, no, I was not nice.
You weren't. No, it's okay. You were very pregnant.
Yeah. One of my friends, her husband is in the 5:30 a.m. class, and he saw me a few months after having Callan, and he told his wife, he's like, Lindsey just seems so much happier now. And I'm like, well, the last time you saw me, I was 10 months pregnant at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm a lot happier now.
When did you have Callan again?
In February.
Yeah. So I started chatting you like end of December, early January. So you were ready to be done.
Done. Yeah. Very, very done. Very done.
Get me out of here.
So I did coach through my pregnancy. I did stop in January. So I took a couple weeks off before having him, and then had him in February. Now he's 1.5 years old.
Gosh.
And I'm just coaching a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what do you feel how did you come upon that decision to like move into like part-time coaching? So that like what do you feel like kind of moved you into that decision?
A couple things. I feel like it was just kind of time for a change, you know. And then I also felt like God was just really calling me to, be a mom and really invest in him in these tiny little, very young years.
Yeah.
And
it's
I've
important.
already
Time you can't get back.
Right.
Yes.
And I've already seen like he's only 1.5 years, and I'm already like, man, like stuff that feels like forever goes really, really fast. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can always go back to work, but you can't go back to your babies being little.
That's such a good point.
That was just something that I really
that was very good.
It was tough. It was a tough decision to make because, I don't know that I would say I found an identity in coaching, but like, it was a great outlet of like people and like being around people and not, just one little person.
Yeah.
So,
right.
yeah.
And you were, when I got here, everyone said only good things about your coaching too. Like you were like an established coach. Well, you were an established coach who was very good.
Yeah.
And I was filling in some very big shoes with morning classes that I was coaching because I'm like, those are your classes, and you did really well. And I mean, you're a great athlete too, so it was really cool to come into that. But everyone. Yeah.
Well, I think sometimes people don't realize how much pressure and how big of a decision that can be. That, like, I mean, obviously having a baby affects the man too, but it's like, I feel like women have so many more choices that they have to make. We feel like we have to choose between us and our child, our job and our child. We have all these big decisions. You've just went through huge changes in your body, huge changes in your hormones and emotionally, and then you have all these other added factors that you have to make decisions on, and sometimes it can be a lot. It really can be. But I'm super thankful for you. Thankful for the time that you've been here full time, and thankful that you're here still part time as well. It's cool. And there's been many a times where Lindsey has like shown up with some sourdough bread that she's baked.
Is that like your thing? Is making sourdough bread?
It's not my thing. I do it because I like how it tastes. But honestly, if I could be in the kitchen like never,
you don't like cooking?
That'd be good. No,
you would never be able to tell though because it's so good.
Wait, why don't you like cooking? Like,
it's just a lot of work,
and
it's a lot of dishes. And this is going to sound really first world problems, but we don't have a dishwasher at our house, so like you wash every dish by hand.
I love washing dishes by hand.
What?
Well, come over.
I love it. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Sometimes on the weekends, Josh and I look at each other and be like, "We're not doing dishes tonight."
Are you serious? No. I love it.
Really?
When you spend hours of your day doing it, because like, I mean. You know.
No, I know.
Is it therapeutic? Like,
yes.
You just like,
hey, actually, if you ever want more dishes to wash, let me know. I'll leave them out for you.
Well, no, my wife Joanna will always know if like I'm upset or something.
Just go wash dishes.
Just go start cleaning dishes. She's like, uh-oh.
Man, that'd be so nice.
You're just gonna start upsetting Josh if that was the case.
Oh like,
man, you look stupid today.
Dang.
All the dishes are done. Great.
For a gift to you, I'm just going to get you some Dawn dish soap. And
no, that's toxic. How dare you?
Well,
I don't use.
But it cuts grease.
I know. I will say we're switched to like non-toxic. It still has a degreaser, but it's not as good as Dawn. But I feel like
I know it's not good for you, but you know when you wash a lot of dishes, you got to get what gets the job.
And it's also bad for your hands too. Like especially if you wash a lot, you got to wear gloves if you do that.
Yeah. Listen, if I wash dishes in gloves, I would drop everything.
Like, now here's a question: Are you feel the pain as hot as the water can get, or are you one of those people like it has to be just like lukewarm?
So the water in our house gets extremely hot.
Yeah, so man up.
So I do not put it all the way back.
As you wear gloves and use non-toxic dish soap.
I don't wear the gloves.
She uses Dawn,
I was joking about
and
the gloves.
And she bare hands it.
I bare-hand it too, and I go,
it's good enough for my dishes,
stop it.
You know?
It's just really good marketing.
No, it's really weird marketing. It's what
is. When you take me by the hand. That commercial, I hate it so much. Well, okay, so you've done a ton, obviously, as just even in coaching, but like we have so many pregnant women here, and people just continue to get pregnant for some reason at the gym. What would be your advice for you, like for women who are working out while pregnant, for like even just like the postpartum afterwards of that first few months, and then after that?
Well, I think it's very individual, and it depends on what you were doing before. Like if you were like an athlete who is like, man, like I really want to get like heavy weights, PRs. Yeah. That's not everybody, and that's fine. That's why CrossFit's so great. Yeah. But if you are that type of person, getting pregnant and postpartum can be really tough.
Yeah.
Because the ego kind of has to take a back seat for a while.
Right. Yeah.
But I mean, finding someone who can just like kind of help you. Like I had a physical therapist who's also a CrossFit coach. So she was really good at being like, hey, I know like you're used to this, but like right now we need to dial it back.
Yeah.
I didn't always listen to her.
Yeah.
And for me, like working out during pregnancy wasn't that bad. I didn't really have to scale much because I didn't have like, some people have like sciatica pain really bad and they like can't run, that like certain things that were rough for a lot of other people I didn't have, and vice versa. So working out during pregnancy wasn't that bad. It was more coming back. Like it took me a long time, long time. Felt like I'd never be able to like pick up heavy weight ever again. But again, that's super different for whoever. And it all has to do like with your body, your pregnancy, your birth, all the things. So my advice would be listen to your body and not your ego, which is really hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
That's good though.
And
it's true.
like, it's not forever.
Yeah.
Like that was for me, like it felt forever. It was 12 weeks before I was able to even squat a barbell.
Yeah.
Right.
So that felt like a really long time.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
just kind of really being in tune with it. And it's also kind of easy to make excuses at the same time. So that's why it was good for me to have someone kind of in my corner of like, hey, do this, but not this.
Yeah.
Right,
So that way it wasn't like, I don't want to, it wasn't like that end,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You still had something that you could do to continue. So it wasn't just an excuse not to do anything. But yeah.
And for me, like when she would like give me something to do and I didn't do that, it bit me back.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I had Callan pretty close to the open.
Oh.
And I really wanted to do the open. And obviously, I knew I wasn't going to be able to do the open.
Yeah.
So I'd like ask her for modifications. And I think one of the workouts was like, it was burpees over the barbell and maybe either dumbbell snatches or barbell snatches. I don't remember. But she told me I could use a 10-pound dumbbell from a bench and I could do step back burpees. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't even do that for a warm up, But then I actually did that in the workout and I was smoked.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like you really have to set the ego aside for a while.
For sure. I feel like that's such good advice, setting the ego aside, because it can be so hard. And like coming back from some pregnancies myself, like I was seeing like a woman that's maybe coming back postpartum, and I try to always remind them, like, I know like the barbell feels like it's 200 pounds right now, but it won't always feel like that. Like there will be a day where you feel like yourself again. And I feel like it's super important to be encouraging women in that aspect, especially because like CrossFit is hard. Showing up to the gym on a regular basis is hard.
Showing up to the gym with a child
is
hard.
Oh, it's so hard.
And it's just multiplied when you were, making fitness a priority and then, birthed a human being and then you come back and you feel like you can't do not even half the stuff you did before. It just takes such a like mental toll on an already like overly like hormonal and unimbalanced like brain that's going through all this stuff. So I think it's like so important to like surround yourself with like encouraging people that are gonna like pat you on the back, tell you it's not gonna be like this forever, like you will feel like yourself again, and and they're worth it.
Yes,
they
are.
Worth it. Yeah.
That's why if you ever see a mom walk into a CrossFit gym with a baby, you say you look fantastic. Okay. That's why, because all that's going on in their mind, and it's a very nice thing to say to people. Okay,
it's no joke, and it can be like really hard. It can be really challenging too, because there's like some really shredded, really nice looking people in here, and like when you go through birthing a child and everything is in different places and hanging out in different areas, and you come back in here and you see people with all these 8-packs, you're just like, OMG, I feel it life.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Like, so it can be, be encouraging, and be encouraging to people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about, so we like to ask everyone kind of what you've been learning or what you've been, like what the Lord's been showing you, or maybe it could be something you've learned about parenting or the gym or your body, because you are super multifaceted. I mean, you're a musician, you sing, you've led music, stop it. You're an athlete, you're a coach, like you know what you're talking about when it comes to doing things with the body and how it moves best. And like to you though, what's been something big that the Lord's been laying on your heart?
Well, it's something I feel like I am constantly having to learn, of like letting go of control. And like I can't just like rush into a situation that's not perfect and just like fix it. And it's not going to be like immediately. Like life isn't Amazon. It doesn't just like happen, So
that's really good.
That's something that, especially lately, of like a couple of things that have come up in our lives that were definitely not expected, that I know everyone faces, of like, hey, you can't control this and you have to give it to the Lord every day. Like not just like once and be like, I gave it to you, why is it not fixed? So that's an ongoing
really
lesson.
Yeah.
Preaching to the choir over here, friend. Oh, that's good, Lindsay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, I am so thankful for you. I'm thankful for the friend that you are. I'm thankful for working with you, whether it be full-time, part-time, all the things. I thank you for your encouragement, because there's been quite a few times that you've offered some encouragement to me.
Well,
and if
vice versa, too.
And if you guys don't know, like, Lindsey, like, she is like one of the hardest workers that I know. I mean, seriously. And she's not afraid to get her hands dirty. Like, she's just awesome. You're really cool. And I'm really thankful for you. And thank you for coming on the podcast.
So funny. Every time you do this, I always feel like pressured to say something nice too. Because you always go.
He's over there like sweating. He's like, what am I going to say?
Every time she's like, thank you so much for coming on. You're a light in this world. You're incredible. And then I'm going to go. And anyway, thanks everyone for listening. Like and subscribe, I guess. What she said. I will say you're funnier than I've never gotten to know you this much. And you're like, you've made some funny like jokes and voices. And I was like, I didn't know you did that. I didn't know.
She's got some good impressions.
I know. I was really fun.
I may have heard a couple.
I can't wait to hear more.
Maybe.
Yeah. Anyways, well, it means a lot to me when people come on the podcast.
It's true.
It's a big deal, and I'm thankful that you came on.
Thanks for asking me.
Yeah.
It's fun.
We'll have to have Josh on.
Cool.
Hopefully we'll keep his on.
He told me yesterday. He said, I will not do that.
I want him on the podcast.
Joel, if anyone could get him to do it, it would be you.
Man, a few words.
I think I can. I think I can get him on here.
I think I can.
I think the reason I love him so much
is he's so... I said, what if we went on together? He's like, no.
He just is so quiet and like, but he smiles all the time. He doesn't say a lot, but he smiles so much. And I'm like, every time I look at you, I'm happy.
The problem is you just get him at 5:30 in the morning.
What does that mean?
It's too early.
Yeah,
he's not
still
a
waking
morning
up.
guy.
No, but like we have fun. Or not as much. I don't. Maybe I guess I not. Maybe he goes home and he's like,
no,
oh my god, I saw Joel again.
He's a funny guy. He really
okay,
is.
so let's get him on here.
You have to get through his show.
Okay, done.
Yeah, that would be so fun.
Challenge accepted, Josh.
All right, guys. See you on the next one. Bye. Bye.